So hello guys, and welcome to something I promised to do in the patch 6.16 patch review, and that's going to be reviewing Kled. So I'm here on the Champion Review website, gonna link it down in the description obviously, but first we're gonna see what Kled actually does, and since it's now on live servers and not just on PvE, I guess more people play him. Because I just read through all the stuff and he's pretty OP. I saw the gameplay from PvE, really, really like game-changing champion, kind of another broken champion they might have to fix, like every new champion. So his new passive is his passive is Skrull, the Cowardly Lizard. It's the semi-trusty mount that he has its own health bar and takes damage for Kled instead of Kled himself. And he get any bonus health Kled picks up through items, runes, and masteries also applies to Skrull, so he can be extremely tanky. But when the lizard's life bar is whittled down to 0, he runs away, leaving Kled by himself. So that's why Kled has two different Qs. When fighting solo, Kled's ability changes, and he gains movement speed while heading towards champions, and he could restore courage and bring the critter back to help him by attacking towers, champions, or epic monsters. So jungle Kled might be a good one. I don't know. So let's watch what his passive is. So let's watch. He's basically attacking. Crawl joins a hole, and he gains an orange health bar, and he gains courage on. It's like the rage bar, you could say. And let's move to his Q, his abilities. So Q, it's when he's mounted on Skrull, so he throws a bear trap tied to a piece of rope, dealing damage on enemies it passes through and attaches to the first enemy champion hit. And then what happens is that it's stuck on target for a couple seconds, and then he'll reel in the rope, pulling his target towards him while applying a slow, so tenacity slow, and dealing a decent chunk of damage. Ability deals bonus damage to minions. I think they're gonna have to nerf it, but let's just watch it here. He's gonna hit Scion. Sion's gonna try to run away, but then the slow's applied and he's pulled in towards Kled. So kind of like a gap closer. But then there's also another, I don't know. But then when he's not mounted, he has a different Q called the pocket pistol. So it's where he fires this gun, out of bullets in direction, and knocks himself backwards. And it scales pretty decently, I say, with 80. So he's gonna fire back and he's gonna move backwards. So that's kind of like another type of gap closer with his Q, and so on. Next one is his W, violent tendencies, and his basic attacks cause him to frenzy, granting attack speed in his next 4 basic attacks. The 4th frenzied blow deals bonus damage based on a percentage of the target's maximum health. So if you look at the Scion, he's full health, and he's gonna quickly attack speed, and it deals just a little bit of percentage, and within that 4 basic attacks, he already dealt more than 50% of Sion's health, and Scion is known to be tanky. I don't know if they built any items on him. I'm pretty sure they did when they showed this clip, but it already brought it down 50% of its health. Pretty overpowered. Next one we have here is his E. Jousting, and it's only mounted only, so you can only cast E when you're mounted. And you dash toward the targeted area, dealing damage to enemies in the path, and temporarily gaining a burst of movement speed. And if it strikes a champion, it gets a reset on the timer itself, and you could reactivate the ability to dash back towards the struck target and dealing damage. So let's watch this. So it's gonna go through a minion towards the Scion. And since you struck an enemy, you can cast it again and cast it through another minion. So it's a great way to gap close and CS also. Next one is his ultimate, which is charge, and then you go and do his ultimate mounted only also. So you always want your passive up, so you gotta be hitting either epic monsters, target champions, or enemy towers instead. So Kled and Skrull charge towards a targeted location, building up a shield. So you gain a shield also on top of the bonus health you get on Skrull, which is ridiculous. And you gain and allied champions gain movement speed in their wake in the path. And Skrull will home into the first enemy encountered and doing a percent of the target's maximum health. So let's watch this. You're gonna start from like near mid lane, and you're gonna roll yourself all the way down to bot lane. Gains this massive shield, and it's gonna go straight towards Sion and deals like, I think that's a quarter of Sion's health. And if you look, Poppy is running with Kled through his trail, gaining bonus movement speed. Kind of ridiculous. So let's look, kind of like the art right there is pretty sick. Let's read about their laning. So what they want is Kled to snowball, I guess. So to keep on getting engages, you just keep on wanting to poke and attack. And you're gonna leaving Kled to depend on his other abilities to deal any meaningful DPS. So you're going to get that Kled also through basic attacks. So, and since violent tendencies can't be toggled on and off, and activates as soon as Kled uses a basic attack, inexperienced Kled players will often find themselves frenzying all over a harmless minion wave. What you don't want is you want to save it for enemy champions instead. So you're gonna go in for a trade with this. You're going to get the kill. You have it, and you're gonna activate it. You're gonna wait for your gank. You bait it in, and then you're gonna use your ultimate, and you're gonna hone in on that enemy, and it's gonna give you major damage. And you can use Sprawl to gank instead of yourself, because once you use Sprawl, you gain movement speed. You gain ridiculous amount of movement speed, and you deal more damage. And his pocket pistol, I guess, could be used as a gap closer or an escape, kind of like Graves. So let's go down. The splash shot looks sick. Let's see what they say about team fighting and his late game, because that's what really makes the game now, since the meta is moving the game towards a longer game time instead of shorter game time. Late game is always something you want to look at. A champion that has a strong late game usually wins the game. And how you play that team comp, obviously. So if Skrull abandons it post too early in the fight, Kled will be left stranded with little chance of survival. That is true. If Kled, I mean, you could set up meaningful ganks with your ultimate anyways. If Kled manages to hang on to his friend, he'll achieve his true potential. So he's like a 1-to-1 champion. Great counter, I think, to like stuff. So the fighting. You always overheat, I guess, on Kled, seeing that he is pretty squishy without his without crawl. So I guess that's pretty good. And let's see his synergy. Let's see. Works well with Lulu. Kled may have 2 health bars, but he's hardly a tank. That's what I just said. So the shields and buffs always are good. Garen and Kled's immobile allies aren't so immobile when they have charge. That's kind of true. You gain extra movement speed while you ult, so that's kind of better. Kindred always has the choice to make off of his mount. Let's see. His ultimate, obviously Kindred ultimate OP. Lux struggles against Lux, Janna, and Tristana. Will make it on multi-kill, I think, twice. Yeah, that's kind of true. With the OP, like, Tristana's like OP late game champion, and the burst with Lux is kind of OP also. And let's see. It's pretty sick. New champion, just reviewed it. It's actually a pretty good champion with the damage wise it can do, because it's a percent, so it's like true damage. That's the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll do more reviews. Also, in the link down in the description, it's a link to getting some free RP. Really sick stuff you can do. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.